Have you ever felt like the world was falling apart around you? Like no matter how hard you tried, life kept pulling you down into deeper darkness? If you're going through a bad time, this story is for you. Because sometimes, the only thing we need is a little hope, a small spark that reminds us, even the darkest night will end, and the sun will rise again. Once upon a time, in a quiet mountain village, there lived a young man named Karav. He was known for his laughter, his kindness, and a spirit that lifted everyone around him. He was a school teacher, a dreamer, and above all, a believer in the power of positivity. But life doesn't always reward the kind immediately. One fateful winter, a storm struck the village. Not just any storm, it was one of those moments that break you piece by piece. Karav's school was shut down due to budget cuts. His father, who had been battling illness, passed away. His savings were stolen in a scam. In just a few weeks, his entire world collapsed. Karav sat in his small home, surrounded by silence. The once joyful spark in his eyes dimmed. He stopped visiting friends. He stopped smiling. The villagers whispered, "What happened to him?" The truth was, he had entered that phase many of us have faced, the point where nothing makes sense, and even breathing feels heavy. But in that silence, something strange began to happen. He started listening. Not to the noise of the world, but to the still voice within him. One evening, Karav found a box of old letters his father had written to him. One letter read, "My son, remember, positivity is not about denying pain. It's about believing in something beyond the pain. When your world falls apart, you still have the power to choose your response." Those words stirred something inside him. He walked outside for the first time in weeks. The sky was covered in stars. The village was still. And in that moment, Karav whispered, "I don't know how, but I will rise again." And that was enough. That one thought, a tiny candle in the vast dark, was enough to begin a change. Positivity is not instant. It's not a switch you flip. It's a seed you plant every single day. Karav started waking up early. He cleaned his home, even though he had no energy. He started reading again. He walked to the village temple and helped the old caretaker sweep the floors. Slowly, the villagers noticed. "He's changing," they said. He began tutoring children for free, using books he had left. The children who once played by his door started visiting again, eager to learn. In teaching them, Karav found his joy returning. Even though the pain still lived inside him, he was learning to walk with it, not against it. One morning, a stranger visited the village. A traveler who had heard about a teacher who taught with no money. He watched Karav work with the children. Moved by his story, the traveler offered to fund a small community school. Karav's eyes filled with tears. He had expected nothing, and life gave him something beautiful. He reopened the school not as a business, but as a place of hope. A place where children learned not only subjects, but life values. Every wall of the new school had quotes like, "Storms make trees take deeper roots. This too shall pass. You are stronger than you think." Karav's story teaches us something profound. 1. Pain is real, but so is resilience. No one escapes hardship, but we all have the power to choose our response. 2. Positivity is a daily practice. It's not about pretending everything is okay. It's about choosing to move forward even when it's not. 3. Serving others heals you. When Karav helped others, he unknowingly healed himself. In lifting others, he was lifted too. 4. The smallest spark can light the way. A letter. A sunrise. A smile. These tiny moments can be the beginning of a comeback. If you're going through a bad time right now, know this. You are not alone. There is still a future waiting for you that you cannot yet see. The night may be dark, but dawn is inevitable. Like Karav, you may feel broken, but brokenness is not the end. It's a chapter. Plant that tiny seed of hope. Take one step. Then another. Speak kindly to yourself. Do one small thing every day that brings light. Because positivity is not pretending. It's believing. It's enduring. And it's choosing life, again and again. Remember, even the darkest storms cannot erase the sun. They only hide it for a while. But the sun, it always rises. So rise. Even if you're broken. Even if you're tired. Even if you're scared. Because you are more powerful than you think. And your story isn't over yet. Stay strong. Stay positive. And keep going. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs hope today. Subscribe for more powerful life stories and motivation.